On her way to school, a girl suddenly noticed a red vintage mailbox had appeared in front of the bookstore. Curious, she approached the shop owner to inquire about it, but even he didn't know when it had appeared. However, inside the mailbox, they discovered a letter addressed to the girl. Puzzled, she took the letter and read its contents. Immediately after, she stormed into the classroom, furiously confronting the person who had supposedly written to her, warning him that she would call the police if he ever wrote to her again. Jack was bewildered by Annie's accusations. He had never written her any letter. When they returned to the classroom, they discovered that Annie's morning love letter had been taken out by their classmates and was being read aloud to the entire class. Annie tried to snatch it back, but it was too late. Fortunately, Jack quickly put an end to the spectacle. Just when they thought the matter was over, Annie's father happened to witness the scene. On the surface, he appeared understanding and didn't blame Jack, but once home, he launched into a tirade against Annie. His concern wasn't for his daughter's well-being. He was merely looking for an excuse to extract money from Annie to fuel his gambling habit. Annie understood her father's true intentions and clutched her school bag tightly as it contained the class funds she had just collected. But her father not only took her meal, money, even the class funds weren't spared. Annie fought desperately to protect the money, but her frail frame was no match for her father's assault. She could only watch helplessly as he left. Overwhelmed with despair, she broke down in tears. That night, she wrote a suicide note and went to the red mailbox. Not knowing who to confide in, she dropped the letter into the box on impulse. Then, knife in hand, she headed to the gambling den, determined to end it all with her father. Just as she raised the knife, Jack suddenly grabbed her from behind, preventing the tragedy from unfolding. After learning about Annie's suffering, he decided to first help her resolve the class funds issue, which finally calmed her down. But when she tried to retrieve her suicide note from the mailbox, she was shocked to find it had vanished. She immediately told Jack, and they decided to stake out the mailbox to catch whoever was taking the letters. 3 days passed without any sign of the culprit. Just as they were about to give up and go home, they heard a noise from inside the mailbox. When they opened it, they found the suicide note had mysteriously reappeared. Both were stunned. What on earth was going on?